Anat Alon-Beck is a professor of business law at Case Western University. She joins me now live from Ohio. Good to have you here with us on TRT World. So I signed up for Threads earlier this morning, and one thing that really stood out for me was the fact that the user interface was very much similar to that of Twitter. Does that perhaps indicate that Elon Musk has a very strong case against Mark Zuckerberg?
That's the billion-dollar question, right? And we know today in the press that Musk is threatening to sue Zuckerberg. What I think is that there's been other platforms. We've had Mastodon, we had Blue Sky, macro blogging platforms. The difference is here, and I've been using Threads, by the way, as well, enjoying it very much, is that think about the barriers to entry, right? Instagram, Meta, they have something that the other small companies didn't have, and that is the user base. And that's why we see this craziness. So many millions of people have already joined. I think this lawsuit is going to be actually hard to prove, and I'll tell you why. So, for what I've been reading on the news, is that they're saying that Zuckerberg basically hired former Twitter employees. And I don't know if you've been following today on Threads, one of the heads of Threads that manages the platform said no such thing has happened. And as we know, to build things is actually not that hard. The issue is if you build it, are they going to come, right? Think about even Trump tried his own app himself, and not that many came. And so the issue is, are you going to have the followers, the people? And that is something that Meta has through Facebook, through Instagram. And that's where I think the real competition comes into play. Now, why is he trying to do that? Why is Musk threatening with lawsuits? One, lawyers, by the way, try to do this all the time with regards to intellectual property because they're hoping to crush the small business before it takes off. But I think that here he's going to have a hard time. Why? We're not talking about a small startup. We're talking about Zuckerberg. So he has the legal teams, he has the know how. He'll be able to fend this off if we're just talking about the legal cost of doing business. I don't think he's going to be that concerned. And whether Musk is actually going to go and sue or not, we'll see. Right now, they're just threatening to do that because perhaps another reason is perhaps they're hoping to damage the platform before it continues with its popularity.
Right. And if more and more people continue to sign up for Threads, then I think it wouldn't be long before we see Twitter completely fade away from the market. Do you think Elon Musk is ready for that?
Well, I think he took on that chance. I think he's done a lot of things that people were complaining about, whether it's advertisers, people were using the platform, whether he's able to control bots or not, or even make it worse, how he's trying to charge people, what he's doing with the information. He's trying to sell it to other companies. So I think this will be a big blow to Musk, especially because one of the reasons that Musk bought the platform is he wants to have power and he wants people to continue to use the platform. He's one of the main bloggers or Twitters, right, or that's twitting on Twitter. And then what is he going to do? Move to Threads, right? And so for him personally, I think this is going to be a big blow. And think about how much these social media platforms affect our day-to-day lives. We have elections coming up. So these are very important, powerful platforms. It's not just for the business, but think about the power that's associated with owning Town Square.
Right. Fascinating insights into the topic. Professor, thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the time.